What's up, everybody? I'm back, and I am going to be reading with you guys more Age of Apocalypse. Now, I didn't realize that the last time I read, I did not have my sound on, and so I recorded the video. I put it up. Let's put a little bit of a light on. I'll help. I put on a video. I recorded the video. I put it up, and it wasn't until the next day when I went to check it. I'm like, "What gives with the sound?" I was like, "Oh shit." I didn't record the sound. I'm like, I read for 40 minutes out loud with no frickin' sound. Well, so here I am. Here we are. Let's get back to it. Let's go back to that book that I read that I didn't have the sound on, guys. X-Men Alpha. A new world, a new beginning. Welcome to Seattle. It should be raining. Certainly the man reaching upwards thinks so. Though a sudden downpour might slicken his climb, surely it would cut the stench. For years he has followed the Infinite's trail of genocide. At the sight of the horrific choline, a dim recollection stirs within him, the memory of another time. A time of what? A feeling he had a name for it once, but he no longer remembers what it was. Like those who order the callings, he is not of the humans. The non-mutates were warned to flee. Or the non-mutants were warned to flee. Most of them had. North America was no longer the province of the Homo sapiens. Nevertheless, many humans refused to leave their homeland. And though he cannot condone their obstinance, he finds it impossible not to pity them. He invokes a moment of silence on their behalf. It does not last. Ma! Ma! The girl runs as if the hounds of hell themselves were on her trail. Even in her panic, she is a perceptive child. They're coming. They're coming. They got Mama and Daddy. They got them all, and we're gonna die. He is not of the humans. Nevertheless, he silently cradles the thrashing child in his arms. Mister, don't let me die. And in doing so, gives her the feeling he himself could not place before. He gives her hope. Suddenly this too will pass. No, they're here. No, they're here. There she is, Lord Eunice. There stands the runaway urchin. Hello. And I see her here. I see her. I also see that she has made a friend. I ask you to do one little thing, just one. I ask you to exterminate every vestige of human life in the area. I can't even get this. Lord Eunice, please, we beg your forgiveness. Our gene trackers were sent to track all Homo sapiens, but for some reason they did not detect him. Clearly he lives because of an equipment malfunction, not through any of our faults. A good workman never blames his tools. Allow me to take care of him. With a crushing force field. Tattered northern dress. An immigrant? Every flat scan with a brain is dashing northward away from the wrath of our sacred leader. Surely you've heard them curse the holy name of. Something's wrong. He absorbs my powers. Impossible, unless he too is a mutant. No. Witness the stranger is a traitor to infinites. The stranger is a traitor to his race. Kill him. This is charm. That's it, stranger. Scream for mercy. We, the infinites, enforcers of purity, swords of justice. We are the infinites. We are the infinites, enforcers of purity, swords of justice. Whimper like the dog you are as we carve the flesh from your... Gentlemen, we're on a clock here. Just kill him. Not so fast. After all, we traitors like to stick together. Did any of y'all recognize the stranger? Only for what he is, rogue, like ourselves, a mutant, persecuted and hunted by his own kind. Step away from him, Eunice. Now, so say the X-Men. He ain't listening, boss. How about we let Wild Child back him off? Sick 'em, boy. Oh, Lord. Are you whining? This is like winning a lottery, soldier boy. We're about to be the Fedyan who bagged the X-Men. He's right. That's what's to be scared of. Me. Get back, Squirt. Sabretooth, wait. But Blink's pleas for mercy go unheeded. Sabretooth is as savage as ever. And Rogue, more so. And though she cannot be everywhere at once, what a big spear you have, my friend. Or bamf. What the? She knows she can count on the teleporting Nightcrawler to watch her back. I'll take that, Danky. I surrender. Really? Rogue's fist hits like a sonic boom. In fact, the only thing that saves the hurling soldier from the depths of the Pacific Ocean is a sudden backstop provided by the shape-changing morph. Sandwiched between the gale force of Quicksilver and the lightning fury unleashed by Storm, the Fedyin are quickly conquered. Prelate Unis, however, has his own plans of attack. Plastic gun Magneto, filled with non-ferrous shells. One twitch and you're a foot shorter. You heard me call your X-Men off or be a martyr. I win either way. Come on, make a choice. I'm not What? I can't move. For freezing. No. And in Mortal Kombat style, they shatter him. The big man's got to find better enforcers. These guys go to pieces too easy. I can't believe you let him get the drop on you. I was in no danger, Iceman. Pietro would have intercepted his bullets with ease. This time, how about losing the death wish attitude? We won. Celebrate. Should I? Once more, the X-Men stand victorious, atop the ashes of those who have paid the ultimate price for genetic intolerance. The soldiers of Apocalypse's jackboot ever forward, with every step crushing any hope that humans and mutants might someday exist in harmony. To think that I, too, once believed in mutant rule. You, Father, I cannot imagine. I take no pride in the memory, Pietro. It was a fleeting notion, spurred by the arrogance of youth and quelled by the spirit of a long-dead friend. But for his grace, Magneto would have surely become mankind's greatest foe. His name was Charles Xavier, and he was the greatest man I have ever known. Xavier had a dream, a vision of racial unity. With his undying breath, he entrusted the deliverance of his dream to me. 20 years later, I imagine him looking down from the heavens at what this world has become, and wondering why I have failed his trust so miserably. Sir, sorry to interrupt, but Creed is questioning the stranger, and it isn't going well. Then take me to him. Come, Pietro. We must know if we have stumbled across an ally or an enemy. His name, Creed. Is it one we've heard? I'll let you know once I carve it out of him. Whoever he is, he ain't talking. And for good reason. For nearly 2 decades, he has had nothing to say. You. Until the moment he locks eyes with Eric Magnus Lancher. You murderer! Your fault! All of it! What? Legion. Warped. Time. Killed Xavier. Let him die. Not our world. All twisted. Your fault. You seem agitated, stranger. Ooh, sleep. That's a magnetic trick? How'd you do that? By slowing the blood flow of iron to his brain. What was he babbling about? We will learn in time. Bring him. Do you know him? Of course not. I thought you recognized him. You were mistaken. To the compound now. Mistaken, my Harry. You heard him. Let's go. That will be quite enough, Mr. Dukes. You're hurting me. No pain, no gain. As paradoxical as it may sound, somewhere in that abominous form of yours there has to be some potential for, well, growth. My task is to genetically amplify the powers of Homo superiors deemed unfit for the cause, and I do love my work. Certainly I am well compensated for my labors, but just between you and me, I do this for free. Stop fidgeting, Mr. Dukes. Whatever I do to you, it can only be...
If you tie the knot,
at the moment.
lose your health coverage when you get let go.
Hold on. Sorry, a thing just started playing over there on my thing. Sorry about that. That was weird. So where was it? Certainly I'm well compensated for my labors, but just between you and me, I do this for free. Stop fidgeting, Mr. Dukes. Whatever I do to you, it can only be an improvement. At the moment, you're nothing but a butcher. Oh my. No more hurt. He broke his chains. He's out. He's out. And piece of him just go. Ah. Impeccable timing, Alex. Mr. Dukes, meet Prelat Summers. We call him Havoc, as in reeks. Summers, show this corpulent clod how we deal with reticent patients. Gladly, McCoy. No, get away. Crush you. Fast. We'll crush you. Good Lord, McCoy, what did you do to him? How can something so big move so fast? That's what I'd like to know, McCoy. Ah, if it isn't old Evil Eye himself, and just in the nick of time. Salutations, Cyclops. Thanks for the save, old man. I always said Scott Summers was there when you needed Cannon McCoy. What in sin's name do you think you were doing? You were ordered to shut this lab down. That Kelly pack that Apocalypse has brought before the humans specifically halts genetic experimentation. Our relationship with the humans is strained enough, without a twisted soul like you crippling negotiations of peace. You know, perhaps Apocalypse would like to hear about your little infraction. Whoa, pardon me, Quillsling, but even here, away from the pens, I am the head of security. I make reports if they need to be made, and I take my responsibilities seriously, not like some pampered brat who breezes in from the pens just to throw their weight around. And if I hadn't come, little brother, then what? I could have handled it, you insufferable. Aha, lads. Haven't I raised you better than this? Will the Summers brothers ever get along? I'm sorry, Sinister. As am I. But you have to understand, my brother began to... I don't care who started the fight, Alex. I'm finishing it. Hello, Henry. I see you've been tinkering again. It's not like it looks. Let's be sure of that, shall we? Alex, clean this mess up. Scott, join me for a walk. Scott and Alex Summers, the brothers Grimm. I had so hoped you might someday follow in my footsteps. Scott, I have to go away. Sir, no. Is it something I've done? No, not everything is about you, Scott, no. A madness has seized one of our own, a dementia that I fear may lead to Armageddon. Could that happen? Are things really that explosive between us and the humans? Listen to me. We are looking at the end of the world, and worse, it's looking back at us, giving us time only to count regrets. You see, before you mind, I alone have spent a dozen lifetimes creating hell on earth, and now I'll never be able to enjoy it. I don't understand. How could you create a hell? What do you mean by the end? Whose madness? Ah, Scott, I have sheltered you for too long. I have protected you for reasons you cannot guess. And now you must seek knowledge for the first time on your own. Farewell, son. With one exchange, Scott Summers' mind becomes a whirl of confusion. Until now he had thought he had all the answers. Now he realizes he didn't even know the questions. He has a new path to contemplate, but his revere is broken by the roar of sentinels. A toast to the mechanical arms of the human resistance and the shortness of its reach. How does he hide us from the sentinels? Could it deal with the human council? Genetic scramblers? A force field? What does it matter, so long as the friends of Warren Worthington enjoy their sanctuary? Drink up. Tonight, mutants and humans alike are guests of the angel. Tonight you are in heaven. Dance in the clouds. Dance to the songs of Scarlet. Thank you. This number is for someone special. He's not here tonight, but he's always in my heart. Angel. She's beautiful, isn't she, Karma? In a human sort of way. You have company. It's the Cajun. At the back tables? Yes. Count the silverware before he leaves. Hello, Gambit. It's been a while since the Louisiana Choline. How have you... Let's cut to it, Angel. I need to talk to Magneto. And what makes you think I can help you? Because Angel spelled sideways is angle. And if anyone knows how to get to him, it's you. You know you're around everything and everyone, mon ami. And I don't deal lightly with a genetic terrorist like Magneto. How important is this? How think about it. Think about the wounds I gotta open just to look at the man knowing what he took from me. Would I ask to go through that if it wasn't important, eh? You owe me for Louisiana, Warren. Come through. Very well. I'll tell you how to find him. In return, you'll promise never to darken heaven again. I don't need trouble from you, Remy. You never know who's watching. And clearly this is Sebastian Shaw. Westchester County. What's left of it. Here, shielded by a web of electromagnetic cloaking, Magneto and his rebels maintain their hidden base. Over time, a dozen mutants and more have called it home. Some live here, some are buried here, and one very special child was born here. And then the human said, "My, what big claws you have, Grandma." And Grandma said, "Oh my, we have an intruder." Relax, Nanny. Just taking notes. You're more of a mama to him than I'll ever be. Is he awake? He certainly is. Look who's come to visit you, my puppet. Mama. Hello, Charles. Mama could eat you up. She's missed you so much. Daddy? He's coming, baby. Right here, son. Daddy, play with me. There's nothing I'd love more tonight, Charles, than to hear your sweet laughter. But Father can't stay. Mother and I have work to do. Look at you, so bright and full of hope. How well you were named. Time for bed, Charles. Nanny will tuck you in, and Mother will help you with your prayers. Mother? Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If the Madre come before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Night, Mama. He needs my touch, Eric. I know. And someday we'll find a way to make that as possible for him as it is for me. I have promised you as much. And tell them be strong for all of our sakes. We are blessed. Our new friend simply refuses to talk here, Sabretooth. We'll see about that. Hey, Ziplip, you got company, boss. You, tell them. Tell us what? I was there. I saw your crime. Eric, what's he going on about? Tell them exactly what happened to Charles Xavier, Magneto. I have a new thought, stranger. Perhaps it would be best if you stayed silent after all. Your crime? What did he mean? Is he crazy? We must find out, my love. The only way we know. No, we have no choice. Ever since Jean was lost to us, the X-Men's telepathic options have been sorely limited. The only power that can reach into our stranger's mind is yours. I've mentioned this before in the last video. This is Abyss. Abyss is one of my favorite horsemen in this world. He's one of my favorite characters. He's not in a lot of it. I love this motherfucker. I love his character design. I love the way he looks. I love the way his powers function. When I do jujitsu and I'm playing my bottom guard and my bottom submissions, this guy is one of my influences. I literally think of Abyss and how he tangles up the people he's taken out. He's fucking dope. Okay. Elsewhere. Amusing yourself, Abyss? Always. We've been summoned. The master awaits his most trusted subjects. Where's Mikhail? Who knows? Having fun in the sun. You might join him, by the way. Get some color in those cheeks. Lay off the 10,000 sunblock. Enough. Do not take Mikhail's snub lightly, brother. As the fourth of Father's horsemen, as caretaker of a quarter of Apocalypse sovereign nation, Mikhail has a responsibility most grave. He will surely be punished for his absence. Holocaust, truant officer of the damned. You know you really take these little responsibilities too seriously. Untrue. Father? Hi, honey, I'm home. He has a voice that the thunder would envy, and a presence that would snap the gods to attention had they the courage to approach him. He is Apocalypse, ruler of America, and soon the world. There will be time later to deal with Mikhail's lapse in judgment. We will find him as we sift through the ashes of the earth. Then the moment has truly come? The forces of the Brotherhood are indeed in place for a final strike, Sinister. As we purge the country, so now do we cleanse the globe. Listen closely and hear the toll of doom as it chimes for the humans worldwide. Hear the flat scans cry for a dream stolen as they drop their guard to coddle false promises of hope and empty treaties of peace. I love this fucking art. Kelly packed indeed. So often do I rely on the naivety of humans, and so rarely am I disappointed. You realize, my liege, that once begun, a genetic civil war may claim both sides, human and mutant. Have you instead considered? My only consideration in this split second is your sudden wavering allegiance, good Essex. You would dare question the culmination of 20 years planning? Does it matter what I care for? Does it matter? What I care for the fate of the masses? Whether 4 or 4 billion fall in the days to come, the strongest and the fittest will survive. Oh, I'm sorry, that's what he goes. I misread this last time. The cumulative of 20 years of planning. Give it no more thought, my lord. As I have for a century or more, I serve you without hesitation or doubt. I merely wonder if the mutants will live through your Armageddon. Does it matter? What do I care for the fate of the masses? Whether 4 or 4 billion fall in days and the weeks to come, the strongest and the fittest will survive, and they will form the army of tomorrow. As you say, Father, it will be most interesting to see who among us is truly worthy of evolution. Certainly there'll be casualties most unexpected. Wouldn't you agree, Sinister? Herein lies the heart of our strategy, Father, as most of humanity has congregated throughout Europe. It is there we must. Sinister is less than attentive to Holocaust precinct. Regardless of Armageddon's outcome, he knows too well that Apocalypse plans will strip him of his own secret agenda. In silence, Sinister ponders his plans and schemes, and the risks he has taken by feeding crucial information to the two agents who even now pick their way through ruins of London town. So, how do you plan to find the High Council? I don't. I'm counting on their runners using their little gene scanners to find us. Mutants! And proud of it, boyo. Did you cut him? Not yet. Won't have to. Provided he takes us to his leader, pronto. The hands of time have stopped inside Big Ben. The High Council will do anything to turn back those hands and regain control. And even give the benefit of the doubt to those Homo superiors who claim to fight against Apocalypse. Hello, Moira. Been a long time. Nay, long enough, Logan. Not long enough, Logan. Jean, meet Moira Trask. She and her husband Boulevard make up the spiteful two of the council. Charming as ever, I see. You brought the data rods from Sinister? Here they are. Remember, though, the deal was that Jeannie and I get full access to whatever is encoded on them. Call it a courier's fee. Don't get cute, Logan. If this be the information we suspect it is, it will not matter who has it in the end. I'm to help Brian and Emma verify this data. You wait, make yourselves comfortable, but not too. Good people. The best. Unlike us, what if we've made a horrible mistake? What if we've made the wrong call by agreeing to work for Sinister? How can we even trust him? We'd be fools if we didn't know how much he stands to lose if Apocalypse gets his way. You know Sinister better than any of us, Red. Without you, he'd have no plan at all. We do what we have to. This world of pain won't last forever. The only world I know, Logan, is you. Promise me. Promise me you'll never let anyone steal it away. Westchester. How wise is this? How desperate an act. You would risk your own wife's sanity to glean insight from a madman? Hardly, Pietro. Admittedly, Rogue's touch will leave her overcome by the stranger's memories. She has no control over her absorption power. But I do. By extending the biomagnetic shield that protects me from Rogue's mutant ability, I hope to buffer her contact with the stranger. Sabretooth? If he whacks out while Rogue's doing her thing, gut him. Got it. Not his words, Creed. Close enough. So warily does Magneto eye the unconscious stranger that he takes no notice of the figure cloaked in shadow, the one whose breath freezes as Rogue makes tentative contact. And all hell breaks loose. Holy, what's happening? Some sort of counterference emitting from the stranger. I've never seen anything like it. True enough, in fact, no one has. No one in this reality. There's our real X-Men world. For as the psychic backslash washes over Magneto, the shards of a life unrealized dance before his eyes. A world in which Charles Xavier lived to lead the X-Men into a brighter today. In a span of time razor thin, he is engulfed by the memories of a world only the stranger knows. And Magneto, no longer responsible for Xavier's aspirations, chose a much darker path in tomorrow. A world that might have been. No, Shuri, get back! Suddenly, the shadow figure explodes into the scene, ripping Rogue away from the stranger swiftly. From the stranger so swiftly that even Quicksilver is caught off guard. Father, are you all right? What did this cur do to you? I opened his eyes, showed him the truth. The only truth in this room is that you are a lunatic. Isn't that right, Father? Father, Remy, what now? Relax, Sherry. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. You too, Cajun? And enjoy it. It'll be your last. Listen to you. How you be putting Sherry at risk like this? Stop it, both of you. Creed, put Gambit down. He's here because my father summoned him. The sins of the past are now forgotten for now. I get the word from the grapevine that you was looking for me. Good to see you hung on to Creed, Magnus. Look like he's still strong as an ox and half as smart. Oh, that's rich. Keep poking, Gumbo. I'm dying to poke back. Leave him be, Creed. I have need of Gambit's skills. Kurt, to my side. At your service. What I have seen, there is one whose perspective may open my eyes even further. I must speak with your mother, Nightcrawler. Find her wherever you can, as you wish, though she will be quite surprised that you have sent me. The night is full of surprises. The rest of you, leave me be. I have much to think about. Yeah, then think about this as you turn away. I didn't come this far to be ignored, Magnus. You say you need me. I want to know why. Why am I here? Let it drop, Remy. Eric, please. Eric, stop. Don't put me off because some crazy man's throwing nonsense around. You promised me nothing would ever come between us. Again, nothing. And I'm holding you to that promise, Eric, till the day we die. Don't go chasing some psycho vision, not now. We're counting on you to lead us against Apocalypse. Or do you want your son growing up in his world? Son? What's the matter, Cajun? They forget to invite you to the baby shower? Of course not. I know, perhaps now more than ever, that he and his kind should have never come into power. No matter what tomorrow brings, no matter what choice must be made, I will not betray Charles' trust. This I swear. Don't let us down, Eric. You're all the hope we have. Elsewhere. No. I have no time to waste on distractions. Sinister's disappearance disturbs me. He is nowhere to be found, Father, but you need not worry about him. Excellent. Then all who would betray me will be you need not worry about him. I have already sent operatives to track the turncoat down. Excellent. Then all who betray me will be accounted for. Absolutely, Father. Absolutely. Everyone's in the courtyard, Eric. Peter and Kitty, Gambit, and all the rest. They are awaiting your word. They still think of me as their leader. They never stopped, even though they can't help but whisper and wonder about the stranger's curses. He called you a criminal, a murderer, but it's not true. I don't care what was in his head. His memories, then, you saw them too. Memories of worlds so unlike this one, where the X-Men and I, where you and I, they weren't real, Eric. Whatever we saw, it was just a dream. That it was a hauntingly familiar one, but not mine, and not the stranger's. Come, we have much to do. In his prouder moments, Eric Magnus Luncher considered himself a man of vision, but that vision has its limits. Though he believes he is aware of all the forces which threaten his world, he is wrong. For even as he plans his battle and wars, he is unaware of a new force, one spun from a far distant galaxy, one that splinters the very stars it swallows as it makes its way faithfully and inexorably toward Earth. X. Thank you guys for listening and checking out. It was good to get back on here and get this video up with volume. I'm like, I swear that thing better be moving. I'm going to go post it on my YouTube and I might come back and read another book because I've been lacking on all my reading. Catch y'all later. Peace.